Hello everybody, Steve here. I've got some amazing tips on how to stretch that dollar and make some amazing food using two of my favorite cuts of meat, pork loin and pork butt. I'm going to show you my favorite technique for turning tough cuts of meat into something super delicious and tender. It doesn't require any slow cooking or smoking. It also works with some of the cheapest, most tough cuts of beef, like round bottom roast. All you have to do is follow my simple 4-step prep technique. And I promise you, you are going to be well on your way to creating some amazing dishes. If you enjoy cooking with a griddle top or cast iron or working with a wok, you've got to watch this. Alrighty, step number 1, partially freezing your meat. We're going to be slicing this meat super thin, and we all know to do that, you got to partially freeze it first. For the pork butt, you're going to want to trim off a little bit of that fat cap and then cut around those bones. These cuts were ready for the freezer just as they were, but I've got an awesome food hack that works for pork, beef, or chicken. Push all that meat together and freeze it in a bread pan. This will make things so much easier if you're using a deli meat slicer or even if you're just cutting by hand. Check it out, I did that with chicken breast. You gotta give this a try. For step number 2, you want to take that partially frozen meat and slice it up super thin. Now you can do it by hand like I did with this pork loin, or you can use the deli meat slicer. The choice is up to you. Step number 3, tenderizing with baking soda. Have you ever wondered why the beef is so tender and delicious at your favorite Chinese restaurants? Well, many of them are using baking soda to tenderize the meat. There are different ways to do this, but I recommend start with spreading out all of your meat and then just giving all of it a very light coating, a light dusting of baking soda, then mixing it all together and letting it sit for about 15 minutes. After that, I fill up a big pot of water, thoroughly rinse off all the excess baking soda, drain it, and then you're ready for step number 4, marinating your meat. In this picture, I use some of my homemade taco seasoning, of which I do have a video for, as well as some pineapple juice and lime juice. Another huge benefit of using the baking soda, it helps the meat absorb more marinade. I once did an experiment back-to-back with and without baking soda. The meat treated with baking soda literally soaked up 3 to 4 times the amount of marinade than the meat without the baking soda. There are so many ways you can go with this. You can prep it the day before, let it marinate for 24 hours, or you can just marinate for an hour or 2 and cook it the same day. Or you can do what I do. I prep 15 to 25 pounds at a time. I look for deals for pork loin and pork butt when they're selling it for $1.30 a pound or less. I vacuum seal multiple bags for the freezer, some with marinade, some without. I also love batch cooking. I'll fire up the griddle and cook a whole bunch of this, and then I'll freeze small portions so I can easily cook up some awesome lunches while working from home. My favorite go-to marinade is a homemade sweet teriyaki. Feel free to check out that video and just leave out the cornstarch, the thing you use to thicken the sauce. You don't need it for this. I love it for bulgogi and so many other things. If you enjoyed this video or other videos I've made, please hit that subscribe button. It definitely makes a difference and will motivate me to keep creating more and more videos. Thank you so much for swinging by. You all have a great day.